Everybody, it's time for CAPI Live. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm outside. Oh, why am I outside? Wait for everybody to get on and we'll get started. We are on location today in the beautiful town of Piedmont, Alabama. I didn't realize it was time to start, and I came outside to check the weather. Check the weather. And I seen it was time, so I said, well, I'll just go ahead and start out here, and then I'll go inside and finish it up. How about that? Is that cool? Is that all right with you? Cool, cool breeze. Hope everybody had a good week. Hope it was a good week for everybody. Trying to see if I can get my comments to come up. There we go. Should be getting comments now. Y'all let me know you're on when you come on. You want to see Piedmont? Kind of dark. Hey, Cora. What's happening? Uh-oh. Hey, John. John's with us. Cora's with us. John's with us. That's all. No one else. Will you go and share for me, John? Invite and share. Let everybody know we're on. Greetings. Thank you, buddy. Just wander around this beautiful town. You can see me. It's very dark. See, there's a light up there. See? There's a light. It's not in a tunnel, and it's not at the end, so we're okay. I'm just killing time till everybody comes on, everybody. Guys that are on, I'm just killing time till everybody gets here. It's killing time. It's killing me. Let there be light. And there was light. And the light was good. Around and round and round we go. Around and round and round we go. Around and round and round we go. I'm getting dizzy. Whoa. Whoa. Someone said something. Hey, Morgan. Oh, hey, Michelle. It's me and Michelle both. Okay. Hey, Morgan and hey, Michelle. I never know with you two. I'll never know who's on whose phone. Beth is here. Hey, Beth. You never did reply about what happened at my house. I couldn't find it. You got to send it to me again. How did you send it to me? Did I just see it on your page, or did you actually send it to me? Because I couldn't find it. I went to look at it. I did. I really did. Facebook Messenger. All right, I'll look back on there and see if I can see it. See if I can find it, because I didn't see it.
Okay,
I looked everywhere for it. Walking through. Where can I be? Right here?
Sit you up like last time.
Okay, over here. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so you can see the wall.
Just move that chair.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of minis in front of you this time. I actually started on the wings in this cape. Look at the wings.
Oh, those wings are awesome.
Yeah.
They don't look like they were painted. They look like they were ball.
That's how it started. I mean, this is how it started, but that's the back, and then she's
that is so cool.
Yeah, I keep telling her she's freaking amazing at this.
Right? Do you remember Jim Brown?
Name sounds
my friend Jim
familiar.
Brown. He played the guitar and he was an artist and everything.
Sounds familiar.
Passed away the other day. I didn't know if you remember or not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think we can use this right here.
You have to like sit it and make it go all the way down. Okay.
Sorry, my phone's going off, guys. So I can't delete it or lighten it like I used to, because then you wouldn't be able to hear me.
Wait, what's the problem?
My phone was just getting text.
You can turn off your notifications now.
Yeah, but I don't want to turn them off all the way, because sometimes people send me stuff on here that I need to see. Actually, do we have anything heavy?
Heavy?
Yeah, that I could set this up against. Everything
You
over here
have
just keeps
you
moving.
have an actual stand for that.
Do you?
I don't know what happened to it. This
Oh,
is
you
the
have
first
one.
time.
We're going to get it set up, guys. Hold on. Give me a sec. Is that heavy? Oh, yeah, that should be perfect.
Does that not work?
Yeah, but it's like my face is covering the screen. Can we go back some with this stuff? That way?
Yeah.
Like way back? Okay, that should be good.
Is that good?
Yes. That is good. Maybe back a little more. Not you, this. That was perfect, what you did. There we go. That's great. That is perfect.
Just for a second.
Well, it was. No, I'm just kidding. It's still good. You didn't mess with this. Actually, I would like to put this in it a little more, though. So let's move this over. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect.
Is that good?
Yeah. Hey, Lynette. I hate that I can't see the comments on here until they post them. I can only see it for a moment. Thank you, John. Appreciate you doing that, buddy. Is that good, guys? Can y'all see me good now? I was trying to get this and the artwork in there.
Oh, shit.
Would it make you too terribly miserable if we turn the fan on?
Oh, no. You can just hold it.
No, I didn't mean now. I just didn't, before you sit down, I didn't want you to get cold.
Well, usually this is Ashley's job here because she's a lot smaller and can get back here.
Yeah.
I'm knocking everything down.
At least you have long arms.
Yeah.
We have light. We're about to get it all set up, guys. Give us a second. I'm sorry. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody had a great week. I've got a topic for tonight. I'll let you know in just a minute. Y'all know I usually do my topics by what's been going on throughout that week, this past week. And tonight's no different. I've been asked a lot of questions here lately about abilities and disabilities and stuff like that of entities and how to spot them and stuff. It's kind of what we talked about in the last series, but I just wanted to kind of go a little more in depth to it because I've been asked a lot of questions here lately. And we're also going to throw in a little bit of psychic discussion as well tonight. So, man, am I really that wrinkly?
Let me see. Okay.
I am so wrinkly.
The camera makes you look way worse.
I hope it does, because I hope I don't really look like that.
That old saying, camera adds 5 pounds.
What if I just went like this all the time?
Then you're like a meth head.
Hello, welcome to Meth Head Corner. Trying to get the beard going on.
Like, you never saw Ashley's black and white photo when she renewed her license. She looked like a hardcore meth head.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny. You want to come say hey? Where are your glasses? Oh, you've been on the VR. She's been on the VR, so she doesn't have her glasses on, so y'all might not recognize her.
I came to Bubby's house and got a hold of the technology.
Yeah. Come here.
Because
Come here. Say hello.
I cannot understand. Hi.
Say hey, CAPI family. John says, that's Corey's house. Yeah, and I hadn't said where I was at either. He remembers the artwork from last time, I guess.
Has John seen the,
I don't think so. I don't think so, actually. Can we show him this? He'll like that. What is this called? He told me last night.
Warhammer 40K?
Yeah, Warhammer 40K. Get it in there.
So
there you go.
They start, like...
This is what he's into now. He used to be in Magic the Gathering, but now he's into this.
Started like these miniatures, which I've never painted miniatures before, I'm sure you...
See if we can get it to, there you go. No, still not. Let me see if I can get close to it. Move your hand. See if that'll help. It's trying.
Anyways.
Yeah.
They start off this color.
Yeah.
I have to put them together. They're on like a...
Show him one of these now.
They're on something like this.
It comes like an old airplane model. Y'all remember these? The older people will remember these old airplane and car models that come in like this.
And see, very little pieces, and you have to get them together.
And you literally have to build these things into that one. That one came in pretty good. I think this is helping. Let's do that. Yeah, there we go.
And then you build them into these different models. But anyways.
Isn't that neat?
But they start off really small, and you got to glue them to all the other.
John's familiar with this.
He's
one that's familiar with this game.
Painted.
That is so cool. Thank you, Lynette. It is cool, isn't it? And these have to be built by hand and painted and everything. I can't believe this is working and your hand didn't. Isn't that weird?
But they've all been painted. But this is...
Here's the tank. This is the crew to crawl right here. This is my favorite. Check this thing out. It's a little mortar tank. Show them the front, that cattle guard. That is just, that's wicked. And that comes like this. And you have to put it all together from all these little pieces. So it's very time consuming to get started, but once you get started, it's...
Oh, I'm showing the wings.
Here, can you set this in there? I don't want to just drop it. I don't want to break anything off. Check this out. This is really cool. This is Corey's, the co-founder's girlfriend's
this is the back.
Handiwork.
It starts on this like this green color.
Yeah.
But
look at that. And she's painted that. Do you guys agree with me? Look at the intricate detail here. Do y'all agree that this, doesn't this look like it was done, like it was bought that way? It doesn't look like someone painted it. It looks like it was made that way. That is just too cool.
Ashley's a freaking amazing painter.
She is an amazing artist. She
starts
really is.
Something like it's green, and she starts like this and blends it all together and adds all the detail and like
that blending and everything is just amazing. The different colors that it goes into.
The camera doesn't do it justice.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't look nothing like it does. I promise you.
Blood smears and stuff that you can't even see.
Yeah, the camera's not doing these things justice at all.
It'll eventually look like that.
Yeah, that'll be what it is when they finally get it all put together. And they've been working on this for a minute too. How long have you guys been doing this? A month? Yeah, a whole month already, and this is as close as they've gotten because it takes a lot of work. I mean, this is intricate, and it's like I said. Give me this again. Give me this here again. Like I said, these. No, not that one. Give that other one that had the little pieces on it. Yeah. Remember, this. It starts with this. All these little pieces that you guys see that looks like part of that is actually parts of these different soldiers and stuff. So it starts with all this, and then that's why it's taking so long. That's crazy how, and then that arises into this. So I mean, how crazy?
Oh, that's not even. Hold on, I'll pull out one in a second. But you've got like
crazy
base Then you have shades and technical paints. Like, you gotta mix colors. It's crazy. But hold on, I'll pull out.
Oh, look, someone just said something about it.
What was that?
I don't know. It won't show me my
Oh, look at
comments.
this now.
I need a Dragonborn Barbarian Mini with a glaive for D&D.
Oh yeah, they make miniatures for D&D as well. Look at this stuff.
She's incredibly talented. She is incredibly talented. Yeah, I've seen a lot of her artwork, and it is amazing. Was this part of that D&D? Or,
No, this is
not D&D, but
yeah, they saw us.
Warhammer. This stuff is just fascinating to me, y'all. 'Cause I love models, and oh wow.
So these two are. That one's pretty much finished on the base and everything.
That is too cool. Look at that, guys.
No, yours look better than that.
I hope y'all can see that. Like Corey said, the camera does not do these things justice. But can you tell the intricate detail that it took to do this? I don't think I would have that kind of patience. I used to get pissed off at the model airplane, so I know I can do this.
Look at this guy. Look
Look at that. That is crazy. Oh, wow. That's my favorite so far.
This one's got little dudes with him. She hasn't finished painting up here yet, but he's got another one on his shoulder.
That's too cool. Look at that one. He's got a little buddy there. Yeah, see him. This one here's my favorite. I love this one with the big, look at that.
He's called a Terminator, Death Shroud Terminator.
Death Shroud Terminator. That's why he's got the sickle. He's Death Shroud Terminator. Isn't that cool? Look at the detail on that. That is amazing.
This is just the legs of that big
Got his
dude with
cape
wings.
back there with the holes in it. Look at that. It's battle torn. That is just amazing.
These are the legs of the dude with the wings.
Those are the legs. Oh yeah. So look how big this guy's going to be compared to one of these guys. Well, let's compare him to one of these guys. Actually, let's compare him to this one. So you see this soldier here, the guy with the wings that we showed you earlier. This is going to be one of his legs. So yeah, it's going to be one of his legs. His toe to his, before you even get to his knee, is bigger than the soldier. How funny is that? That's too cool. So yeah. Here you go, buddy. Don't leave it around me. You know that. I'm a vacuum for destruction.
Ashley, will you turn that fan on to the
Oh yes, please. Thank you.
Did you see the tank?
I did. We showed them earlier. That is amazing.
Dirt on the
I want one.
I haven't finished the gun. The
Not like
gun's-
that. I mean, I want a real
Oh yeah.
tank like that.
The gun, well, yeah, you can see this one versus
Yeah.
that. That's like in process.
That is too cool, man. I love that.
It's got like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I showed my Coke. I forgot. Did Corey tell you I got fussed at for that?
for what?
For showing Coca-Cola? YouTube about, they were going to like take me off. I got in trouble for showing Coke. I was like, sorry, I'll never do it again. Because they are not a sponsor, I guess. It shouldn't matter. There, that's better. All right. Now I know that 4 people didn't just leave and then come right back. This little counter thing on here never tells the truth. It's crazy. All right. Let's see what we got here. I think it looks good. It does, doesn't it? Lynette says it's nice. Yep, you did show it. Cool. Do you know what that Dragonborn Barbarian Mini with a glaive for D&D is, Corey?
Dragonborn Barbarian. Yeah, he's just I know what it is.
You have to find him one.
D&D. I don't really do a lot of D&D, but Dragonborn Barbarian.
Let me get back to it. Yeah, Dragonborn Barbarian Mini with a glaive for D&D.
Yeah, it's glaive.
Glaive. Did I say it right? I need a Dragonborn Barbarian Mini with a glaive for D&D.
Yeah, I found one already.
What's it cost?
$6.
Oh, it's like $6, John, on what?
Oh, this is on Etsy.
Send me the link to that and I'll order it for him.
Okay.
Cool. All right, we got you covered, John. I'll get it to you. Hi, Cappy. This is Carson French from Srotu. What are your opinions on werewolf? SROTU. Got it. Thank you, Corey. What are my opinions on werewolves? I like them, I guess. If you're asking if I believe they're real, no, I do not, but I do like werewolves. They're one of my favorite mythical creatures. If that's what you were asking. If you're asking just on what they are and how do I like them, I love them. I love werewolves. They're one of my, like I said, that's probably my favorite mythical character. I don't believe they're real, if that's what you were asking. Or in reality, I guess I should say. Yeah, I'm asking if you think they are real. No, I do not think they are real. It's a mythical creature, but I do like werewolves. I really like werewolves. But I didn't think ghosts were real until I saw one, so never know. All right, let's talk about our prayer list is still up. I don't have anyone new to add. I don't think. Y'all can still keep us in your prayers for our move that's coming up. We're just waiting on the mini house to be built. Going to post some pictures really soon. And we're also going to do a housewarming get together once we get everything set in place and the animals set in place and the house put up and everything. We're going to do a big get together and I'm going to invite everyone from the show. No matter where you're from, you can come. The whole CAPI family is going to be invited. So y'all keep us in your prayers on that. I do have my, I've completely finished all my fittings for the dental work. I'll finally have upper teeth again in about 8 weeks. So keep me in your prayers on that. Eating has been a challenge, but obviously I figured it out. I have lost a lot of weight, but I'm still eating, so thank goodness for that. And I don't have to eat just mush, which I thought I was going to have to do. I about got my gums on the right side trained to where I can eat a little bit harder stuff, but not much. Like today, I had some sausages and hamburgers that were grilled, so they did have the kind of the crust on them, and I was able to negotiate that. But I was not able to eat jalapenos, peppers. But I was able to eat peppers. So pepper poppers, but not jalapeno poppers. So I'm still working on what I can and can't do. So y'all keep me in your prayers on that. Upcoming events, and if anybody has any prayer requests, just drop them up there, please. If you don't want your prayer request put on the air, but you do want to be put on the list, just let John know. John, if you'll drop your email up there for me, please. Beth, if you'll put yours up for me too, please. We'll be able to get those put on the list. Upcoming events. We are still going to be at Magic City Con. We will be at Magic City Con June 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Galleria, at the Hyatt Regency in Hoover, at the Galleria in Birmingham. For most of us, what most people call it, but it is in Hoover. But it's the Galleria Mall, the big hotel that's right in front of it. Excuse me. We'll be there June 24th, 25th, and 26th. You guys come on out and see us. Paramama and I and Dakota will be there. Paramama and Dakota will be running the table Friday evening through the night until I get there, and then I'll be there with them. We're going to do our best to get some celebrity interviews in. We happen to have somebody that's on the inside that knows a lot of these celebrities. John, tell them who was just announced, I believe, last night that's going to be there. I can't remember his name, so tell me that, if you would, please, sir. My job search. Yes, keep John in your prayers for his job search, please. He is. No, well, he left there to come work with me, but then it didn't work out there. So, which you probably know what happened there. Same thing that happened with you, pretty much. Couldn't handle one person. Can you guess who that one person was? Say his first name.
Oh God, I forget his name, but I know you're talking about the owner.
Yeah, he knew exactly what I was talking about, John. Update on Michelle's job. My Michelle? Oh, she's going to get to continue to work. Yeah. Guy with the wing looks like a Digimon name. Angemon?
Angemon, yeah.
Angemon. The guy with the wings. Does he, Corey?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Corey says no, he doesn't. Oh, yes. Thank you, Beth. I completely forgot about that. Y'all keep Beth in your prayers, please. We did an investigation last night, and it was rough. I kept making fun of her voice because she can't talk real loud because of her bronchitis. So y'all keep her in your prayers for her bronchitis, please, because that's really kicking Beth's butt. But I was picking on her. She would say something. I'm like, what? Say that again. I can't hear you. What?
She was out investigating with bronchitis?
Yes. That's
Wow.
Beth for you. And she's the one person on the team that doesn't have to investigate. She's the case manager. So, but she insists on it. So I couldn't keep her away from investigations. Ridiculous. All right, Beth and John both put up their emails there, so if y'all need to contact anybody. Magic City Con, June 24th through the 26th at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Hoover, Alabama. Yep, thank you, John. Anybody that wants to come to that, just go to John's email. He put it up there, and email him about wanting to get more information on the Magic City Con. Or you can just Google Magic City Con, and it'll give you all the info. I will tell you this. Paramama and I booked our hotel maybe 2 weeks ago, and they said that the hotels, I made it a point to ask, how the reservations were going, and they said they were going like hotcakes, especially seeing how they started naming off some of the people that's going to be there, like Dog and Leland. That one guy that I can never remember his name. John, who is it that they announced yesterday? There, John just popped up the link to the Magic City Con. So y'all go to that link and it'll tell you everything you want to do. If you want to come and stay the weekend and you want to get a hotel room right there at the Hyatt, you need to do it now because they're going like hotcakes. I'm not kidding y'all. Every day they announce somebody new that's going to be there, and room after room gets booked right after that. So, and with that one, that John Brody, is that right, Corey, from Fast and Furious? John Lee Brody, I think his name is. I can't remember. And John's not putting his name up there because he's just ignoring me because he doesn't like me. He thinks I'm a jerk, which most everybody does. So you're a jerk. That song just popped in my head now.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. John's friend, John Lee Brody. Yeah, John Lee Brody's going to be there, y'all. So if you're a Fast and Furious fan, or he's been on several things that he's going to be there. So Stephanie says, I do have a praise report. I start my new job this week. Yes, Stephanie finally got that new job she's been trying to get. So that's really awesome. We're really, really happy about that. So y'all keep her in your prayers still so that she does good with that and she doesn't kill anybody and lose her job for that. Yes, congratulations, Stephanie. Absolutely.
What's praise report?
Whenever they do a prayer request and then they get whatever they prayed for.
It's called a praise report?
Praise report, yeah.
Never heard that.
Speaking of Fast and Furious, I met Paul Walker when I was really little.
The bigger names are announced closer to the con. Yeah, so as it gets closer, every day they announce someone else is going to be there. But the bottom line is CAPI's going to be there. So who cares whoever else is going to be there? Nobody gives a damn. It's CAPI that you're coming to see. That's all anybody cares about. So, and they told me that nobody else was getting any press. I'm just kidding. Nobody knows Cappy's going to be there. But yeah, y'all come join us. We're going to have a table there. We're going to be there throughout the con. I'm going to drop Paramama and Dakota off that afternoon, that Friday afternoon. They're going to get the room secured and get the table set up and everything. I'm going to go work in Birmingham, and then after I'm done, I'm going to come back to the convention, and then I will start working the table for the duration, and then we'll be there all weekend. So y'all definitely come out and check us out. Like I said, John's working on getting us some interviews. We're hoping to get Dog the Bounty Hunter and John Lee Brody, and maybe a few more. But we're going to be working on getting that done, getting us some interviews, some live interviews done for you guys to watch, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an awesome time. So you guys come out, definitely come out, check us out, meet everybody. If you've seen us on here and in investigations and on lives and all this other stuff that we do, and CAPI camp and all that, and you want to meet the team face to face, come on out, join us June 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Magic City Con at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Hoover, Alabama. All right. Also, we are going, I promise y'all, I know I keep saying this, he looks like him to me. Yeah, that's cool. We are definitely going to get CAPI camp set up. I know we're going to do it at Cheehaw. Is that right,
Yes.
producer? Yeah. At Cheehaw State Park. And it is in
Yes. Close to Talladega.
close to Talladega. We don't know the exact town. But he is, it is
somewhere between Piedmont and Talladega.
somewhere between Piedmont, Alabama and Talladega, Alabama. There's this place called Cheehaw State Park. That's where we're going to be.
It's in Delta, Alabama.
I'm trying to talk John into doing a CAPI Live interview. That would be awesome.
Did you hear me?
What?
Delta, Alabama.
In Delta, Alabama. That's right. I knew that too. Yeah, it's in Delta, Alabama. You're ahead of me. Yeah, I am ahead of you a little bit, aren't I? But yeah, Dog's going to be there. Leland's going to be there. John Lee Brody's going to be there, and a bunch of other people that I've never heard of is going to be there. But I'm still looking forward to going, and I'm still looking forward to meeting everybody. Like I said, if you guys seen us on CAPI Live, you've heard us on the radio, you've seen our live investigations that we've done, you've always seen all this stuff, and you want to put faces with the names and meet us in person and stuff like that, come on out June 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Hyatt Regency in Hoover, Alabama, and we will be there working a table. So y'all come check us out. We're looking forward to it. All right. So, and like I said, CAPI camp is going to happen really soon. As a matter of fact, Beth, can you please look at our schedule and see when we can do the next CAPI camp as soon as possible? Not as soon as possible as in the next few weeks, but before it gets stifling hot, which is
already here.
Really getting here really fast. But the good thing about it is up here, night times are not really that hot. So, especially at the state park, because it's right there on the mountains. So that'll be a good thing. We might be stifling during the daytime, but in the evening. I remember when I used to come up and do, we would camp out at the June Jam concert they used to do in Fort Payne, Alabama, every year. And the daytimes would be so hot that the fire departments would be out there with their hoses spraying the crowd because it was so hot. And there was no rain, so they would create rain for us. But at night, it was really cold. So that's a good thing. So going to get CAPI camp set up. I promise you, really, really, really quick. Okay, be right back. Thank you, Beth. Thank you so much. So she's going to go check that out for us and get us a date, get us our next availability on that, and then we'll check that with not only CAPI's schedule, but also with Corey's schedule because he's hosting this year. We're going there for him. We've been promising him we'd do one up north forever, so that's our next one's going to be up here in Delta, Alabama. Is that what it was?
It's between Oxford and Anniston and Talladega. It's in the Talladega National Park.
It's part of the Talladega National Park, and it's in Delta between Anniston and Oxford.
It's in that general area.
Yeah. So y'all come. We'll get you a date as soon as possible on that. If I don't get it to you tonight, we'll get it to you we'll post it on our different SMs or SM sites, and we'll get all that to you. All right. All right. Is there any other announcements, John or Beth, that I'm missing, or Stephanie? July 15th through the 17th. Oh my God, that's going to be hot. What does July 15th through the 17th look like for you guys? Do you got to plan out that far?
No, I'll have to, July what?
15th, 16th, 17th.
That's a weekend, right?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
How far away is that? Wait, you said July?
Well, today is the, what, first or second?
It's May the 1st.
Yeah, May 1st.
What day did you say?
July 15, 16, and 17. I know it's going to be hot.
Then,
I have air conditioning in my tent. I don't care.
yeah, that should be fine.
Or something. There's like a
That gives us-
waterfall or something. around
Say
there.
again?
There's like a waterfall or a creek or something around there.
It's got that huge waterfall, don't think it's like does that water mist thing. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'll be fine. That's plenty enough time out.
Yeah, that's cool. If it's cool with everybody, July 15th, 16th, and 17th is good for me, and it's good for the Corey and them too. So let's look at July 15th, 16th, and 17th. I'd like to see that. I like Dog the Bounty Hunter. I got one of his books. Cool. Well, come on out, Lynette, to Magic CityCon, June 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Hyatt Regency in Hoover, Alabama. Come on out, and hopefully we'll have an interview with him. Now, all the celebrity interviews are what we are attempting to do. I want to make that very clear. We have nobody written down. No one has written or sketched in stone. John's trying to talk John Brody into it, and we're hoping to be able to get with the handlers for Leland and Dog to see if we can get them roped in as well. But that is something that we're attempting to have happen. I'm not announcing any type of interviews with any celebrities. All right, I want to make that very clear. That's something that we want to have happen. All right, we don't know yet. We have to get in contact with them and their handlers, and we have to make sure they're okay with being interviewed by a paranormal team. All right, so don't think that I'm announcing this is going to happen. All right, we will be doing lives from the con. We will definitely be doing lives. We hope to be doing some interviews as well.
You need to make sure that that's okay with the con.
It is. We've already done that. Okay. Yeah. So you guys don't hold me to that. The only thing that we've got done is that we want to do it, and that's it. So don't hold me to the fact that we're going to be able to do that. We're attempting to. That's what I'm announcing. All right. So July 15th, 16th, and 17th. John or Beth, would one of you guys text that to me, please? Either in text or messenger, because I promise you when I get done with the live tonight, 10 minutes later, I will forget that is the next CAPI camp. So could one of you guys text July 15th through the 17th to me? That's going to be hot. But I think we're going to be spending a lot of our daytime at the falls.
If it's open.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's open.
I do too.
They did have it closed out.
Yeah, for COVID. I think a lot of them have reopened. I know a lot of the state parks have. I don't know about that. We'll have to check on that. But yeah, we'll definitely look into that.
I think
too.
the dumbest thing so far was having that wilderness trail closed down because he said it was too crowded.
Oh yeah.
Hadn't been cleaned up. I was like, it's the wilderness, man.
Right. We haven't cleaned this up yet. Why is there dirt on the floor? What? It's the wilderness. We haven't got the vacuums and the sweepers in there yet. But I know a lot of those trails get messed up. Oh, I'm so sorry. Beth texted me and the whole world went crazy. See what effect you have on me, Beth? I gotta back way up now. Let's see if I can get this to come out a little bit more without falling. Just a tad. Just a tip. How about this? There we go. That's perfect. Alrighty then. All right. So like I said, I think we can go ahead and get started now. If there's anything else that I missed, guys, please remind me and I'll catch it in the text. Are you cut? No, you're not on text, are you? I'll keep going back and forth.
I'll get on there.
Okay. and we'll be getting the y'all's text or y'all's messages handled. If you have a question on anything, even if it's not something we're talking about, but remember, we do not stick to topic on this show. If we're talking about one thing and you want to know about something totally different, that is totally okay. I don't have a problem with that. I have never have a problem with the viewers taking over the show. I never have a problem with that, ever. If I'm talking about something that you just don't want to talk about, or you just don't want to listen to, then change the subject. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with you taking over the live. We will go with whichever direction you want to go
Be
in.
careful what you wish for.
I know, right? I have been actually or not disappointed, but regretful of that statement in the past. So that is a possibility that I would. Do I talk with a list?
A little bit right now.
It makes me very subconscious. I don't like
That
that.
doesn't sound bad.
Okay, good, good. I hear the over pronunciation of S in my voice sometimes.
Ashley can't listen to Granny on the phone because that same reason. Because when she takes her teeth out, she does that.
Yeah, try to over pronunciation of S's.
Yeah,
I
yours-
can't be in the same
yeah.
room when he's on the phone with her.
Yours
Yeah.
isn't that bad.
Yeah, it's crazy. It bugs me too. It really does. I don't know why, because you just like, oh, why do you talk like that? It just bugs you. I understand it completely. And then when I do it to myself and I'm hearing myself in my head, it's like, ah.
Well, you
That's
say
why I was getting used to my tongue.
you spent your whole life talking to yourself, so
Right. I'm the only one that'll listen. All right. So here's what I wanted to get into, and I know we talked about this already, as far as how to identify. Unless your name is Tom. I don't get it. John threw me for a loop. He said, unless your name is Tom, but there's nothing in conjecture to that. So I don't know. Sometimes John just blurts out stuff at the top of his.
it might have been a delay. You might have said something that made sense to it, the delay in the stream.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, if I missed that, let me know, John. Hello, Muffin. Hyde Muffin. All right. I'm just going to call you Muffin. Someone popped up that says Hyde Muffin. Hyde _ Muffin says, hi, Cappy. Hello, Muffin. How are you? Welcome to the show. I forgot to say this earlier, but if there is anybody on right now that has not already done so, please hit that like button for me right now. Smash it like crazy. Smash it until it starts to bleed, if you would, please. Also, hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell really loudly. That way you'll know when we're on, which is every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And if you want to talk about paranormal, anything paranormal, then that's where you want to be for the show. Or if you want to talk about anything, it doesn't really matter. We take the show wherever you want to go. All right. And yes, like Corey said, I've been very regretful of that statement before, but it's taken it to some different places. The only thing that we will not talk about on here is politics. That's it. We'll talk about religion. We'll talk about science. We'll talk about ufology. We'll talk about anything paranormal and
Corey's miniatures.
Corey's miniatures. We'll talk about the Warhead. What is it? Warhammer 4D.
Okay.
4K. Yeah, I'm just completely screwing up the name.
Warhammer 40.
So-
Look, it's right there in front of you.
It doesn't say 4K. It says 40,000.
40K.
Shut up. Yeah, but it's Jacob from the bait shop. Oh, okay. Got you. Jacob from the bait shop is his reasoning for saying unless your name is Tom. I still don't get it.
I still don't get it.
But anyway, that's Muffin. Is Jacob from the vape shop? Is that what you're saying? If it is, hey Jacob, or hey Muffin. I like Muffin better than Jacob, so I'm just going to call you Muffin. So now that I know you're a grown man, calling you Muffin
It's kind of
is scarily more attractive. So I'm going to stick with Muffin. So, but all right. So what I was saying before John threw me for a loop. We've covered this in our last discussion, but I just kind of wanted to go into it because I've been asked so much by so many different people this last week. Some of them asking questions about the series, and then some of them just asking questions out of the blue that didn't even see the show, the last series of the show. So I want to talk about what they can and can't do and what their abilities are and how to spot those things. Gotcha, John. Thank you. How to spot those things. And to do that, I'm just going to reiterate what I've said a million times. When we die, the only thing we lose is our meat suit. That's it. We don't have to carry around this sack of bones anymore. We don't gain any special powers. We don't gain any special abilities. Other than we're just an energy source now. And you can call that energy source whatever you want to call it. You can call it a spirit, you can call it a soul, you can call it an inner entity, you can call it a parallel walker, whatever you want to call it. It's, huh? A halt? Yep. A haunt or a Hank?
Hank, that's what
Yeah, Hank, a haunt or a Hank. They used to call them Hanks. I don't know why they picked on Hank so much, but yeah, that's what they used to call them, was Hanks. I do know why they used to call him Hanks. It's not Hank like of the man named Hank. It's a Hank, and the reason they were called that is because the people that came up with it could not pronounce haunt, so they called them Hanks. That was just the way they talked, and so they became known as the Hanks, and so that's why they're called Hanks. Now a lot of people call them Hanks, Hanks, but they were actually Hanks, which was a derivation of haunt. But if if we die, we don't gain anything special. I've heard people talk about how ever since this ghost has been here, I've been sick. I've even heard people say that that's how they got cancer, was from a spirit. We don't gain the ability to affect anyone physically or mentally, health wise. Now, can a spirit or a entity make? Oh, that is freaking awesome! Holy crap! Sorry, what is that? Is that this?
No, this is World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. Cool. He's into so much different stuff. I just never know what he's doing. But what he's doing right now is like he's got this really badass character and he's going up this cobblestone. Anyway, sorry. Look, a squirrel. But we don't gain any special powers, and we certainly can't affect anyone's mental or health status. Now, can an entity affect someone physically as far as harm goes? Absolutely. I've carried stitches in my chin. I've worn casts and braces because of stuff that's happened to me during investigations. I've been scratched. I've been pushed. I've been punched. I've been what felt like caught on fire. I mean, anything. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys have heard the story about the hospital where I was almost pushed down the elevator shaft because I was an idiot and was in there by myself. Even after I knew something dark was there, because a certain individual that I won't name names, that is not scared of anything paranormal, had to leave. Couldn't handle it. Had to get out of there. I know. I'm just messing with you. It was him.
Go ahead.
No, he doesn't. You know why he doesn't have a problem with that? It's because he knows what that is. There's been, I think, 2 occasions. I think the castle and the hospital. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. All the places he's been some worse places too, trust me. But he's always been the guy that I could get to go into a darkened basement by himself while everybody else left the premises, left the house, went outside and smoked a cigarette. And I said, hey, can you go down by yourself and do a reading down there? Or get some readings and, on K2, or can you get some EVPs down there, or just go down and see what kind of feelings you get and stuff like that. Never once has he said, by myself. Or anything. Usually when I say that, he's like, if you'll move out of the way so I can get the equipment, I was already fixing to do that. It's kind of thing.
That's happened quite a few times.
Yeah, it's happened quite a bit. He's like, I was already going to do that. You didn't have to ask me to do that. I was just waiting for y'all to leave. So, I mean, he's been that guy always. Because why? Same reason I've always been that guy. It's because I grew up in this and he grew up in this. And so he's never been afraid of that stuff like that. He doesn't, The paranormal doesn't present itself as a terror or horror or something to fear to us and that's not because we're thick-skinned or anything like that. It's because it presents itself as something intriguing, and that's what we want to do. And the evidence is worth way more than our feelings. So, yeah, I'm in this hospital that guy that I just described had to leave. He said, I can't stand it no more. I got to get out of here. And I was there after that happened by myself, which is a stupid thing to do. Please don't ever do that by yourself. Sometimes you can get away with one, maybe two with a client present, but never go by yourself altogether, especially when no one knows you're there. So yeah, never, ever, ever, ever do that. But yeah, I was almost pushed down an elevator shaft. So can they affect us physically as far as harm goes? Absolutely they can. If I didn't have all this hair right here, you'd see a big scar right here. I actually had two scars on my chin. One was a bowl and one was a picture frame. And the picture frame was thrown at me from an entity, a dark entity. And so if I've had my ankle broken, I've had my two fingers on my right hand broken, I've had ribs cracked, um, I've been pushed upstairs, not downstairs, but upstairs. You remember that one, don't you? At the cemetery in Selma, I was going up that stairs of that house that's out there. I think you were there.
I didn't,
you might have been
I
there.
didn't investigate that one.
Yeah, you were there when I did the ankle though, out of Cahaba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get carried out.
Yeah, but so yeah, they can affect us. I'm walking proof of that. I've had all kinds of injuries and harm and assaults and all that stuff during the paranormal. So they can harm us physically as far as objects and physical touch. They can do that, but can they harm us in a way to where they would heighten a medical condition? Absolutely not. Can they cause cancer to us? Absolutely not. Can they cause us to be sick and stuff like that? No. However, um, the way you react to that situation does play into that. Now, if your body's reaction is to feel sick or faint or nauseous or any of that stuff, is that if that's your body's reaction to fear or to a stressful situation, which a lot of people are like that. I've known some very good investigators that couldn't handle intense situations because of the way their body reacted to it. And not so much that they were scared and couldn't do it, but just the way their body reacted to stress, they couldn't do it. So yes, they can affect us by the way we react to it, but no, they can't affect us physically or medically, other than physical harm. Of course, they can do that because they could do that if they were alive too, right? So, I mean, I can't go into your house and put the juju on you and say you're going to have cancer or something like that. I can't do that. That'd be a real douche thing to do. Anyway, even if you were just joking, that's pretty bad. So, but yeah. And so, if you, you can't, I mean, they can't do that. They can't affect that in any that way. So, I just wanted to reiterate that because, like I said, that's come up a lot over the past week. I've talked to several people that have watched the show and some that had not watched the show on what they could or could not do, and they were curious about stuff that had happened to them recently or in the past. And so I just wanted to reiterate that. I know we talked about it during our last series, but I just wanted to bring that back up because some of those people said they're going to watch the show tonight because I told them I would talk about it. But remember, we can't do stuff as a spirit that we couldn't do as a human in skin. Okay. Um, Other than, a lot of laws of physics and time and space and stuff like that cease to be a barrier for us because we're just a spirit force, an energy force. Um, so a lot of that does change for us. People ask me, can I fly when I die? And I'm like, well, I mean, you'll be an energy force. So yeah, I guess you could. I'm kind of looking forward to that myself. I've always wanted to do that, even when I was a little kid. Ever since I watched my first Superman show, which was a black and white Superman, not a black and a white guy playing Superman, but television black and white. Don't play anything into that statement, please. So, but I did always want to fly, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. But and spying on people, so we'll get combinations to safes and stuff like that. I won't be like an outlaw ghost.
Someone saying, can a human spirit affect or invade your dreams?
love that question because I've gotten it so much over the years. And
He asked that same question last time you did the show here.
did he really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Actually, I do. I do remember that. Yeah. I love that question because of this. Because it's one of those questions that do they have the ability to do that? No, they do not have the ability to telekinesis themselves into your dream. Um, but do they have the ability to affect your dreams? It would be idiotic for me to sit here and say, no, they do not have the ability to do that whenever Corey has the ability to affect my dreams. Right now, he could talk to me about this Warhammer 40K. Oh, I'm not going to look again. There, I turned it over.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be written somewhere else. But he could talk to me all night about this, and tonight I might dream about Warhammer 40K. I might dream about that tank chasing me, or the winged guy that's leg is as big as the big tall soldiers over here, and this guy with the cape and everything. I may dream about them coming after me tonight, or I may dream about them fighting alongside of me tonight. You never know. So, can they affect our dreams? I'm going to say yes to the effect of a dream because they can uh, manifest themselves into your psyche, into your subconscious by doing what they do. Just by affecting your everyday life. So, yeah, I'm going to say yes. They can affect our dreams. Can they control our dreams and um, manipulate us into making a dream as far as the way they want it to go? Absolutely not. All right. Remember, a dream is a subconscious thought. All right. A dream is a memory thought, basically. You're not, when you dream, it's your brain playing on some thought or emotion that you have. All right. Even if you don't know you have that thought or emotion. So no, they can't control that like through telekinesis or anything like that, but they can affect it as far as the way you react. Dreams kind of fall into the same category as health. Um, they can affect you into dreaming something, and they can affect you into feeling a certain way as far as health goes and physical. So yeah, yeah, and no on that. But I do remember him. He did ask that. He says, "I know." He was responding to your. He asked that same question last time.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I know." he's that way. He asks stuff to get people thinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's all I wanted to say on that. But if y'all have any other questions on it, please absolutely throw them out there because that's what we do. Why we do what we do is to answer questions. And if I do not know the answer to one of your questions, then I will find out the answer to that question before the show is over or by the next show. That's always been my promise to the viewers that if I have a question, you have a question I can't answer, and that does happen. I'm not Johnny Know All, but if I can't answer that question, I will answer it before the end of the show or by the end of the next show. All right, I may have to do research sometimes, so give me that opportunity, and I'm always open to someone stumping me. All right, so
Oh, turns out that there was a study done to try and figure out if you could measure or detect the chemical makeup of a spirit. And it's actually an ongoing research project right now.
give me the information on that, and I'll get it over because our guys have been working on that as well. If any of you guys didn't hear, he was talking to y'all. Remember, about the same time I started the last quiz, the last conundrum that nobody got, by the way.
Can you tell us what it is now?
I already did. I told everybody what it was. I even told you.
No.
Yeah, it was President Lincoln.
I don't remember.
It was 1/6 PPI 1. The 16th president was a paranormal investigator because of the death of one of his children.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. Anyway, about the same time we did that, Corey had called me and we had a long discussion about an idea he had about wanting to all our career in the paranormal. We've always thrived and studied and researched and done everything that we could, and did a lot of on the job training on different pieces of equipment and theologies and hypotheses and all this stuff about how to detect the presence of an entity, how to measure their effects on stuff. And what his little brainstorm was okay, we can detect the presence of an entity through their actions and their um, effects on our atmosphere and what's around us. But how do we study or detect the presence of the entity? Not just its effects on stuff like cold spots where energy displacement is made, or um, EVPs where voice was captured on the digital or taped form, or the light effect of a video, or the eye catching phenomenon of a orb, be it tracer, steel, or flashing. Um, what he wanted to do is he said, I want to either build, or I want to have the device that would detect the entity itself, not just the device but the ability. And how do we do that? And so it brought up this huge thing on the team to where I actually had people on the team working on that and looking into it. And he has come up with what he has actually found through his research. There is a study ongoing right now, so he's going to get me information on that, and I'll share it with you guys whenever after I get it, do some research on it. We'll figure it out. As far as I'd like to stay on top of that, because if there is any breakthroughs in that, I would like to know it so that we can implement that in what we do as well, whether it be equipment or, of course, that piece of equipment would probably be,
astronomically.
yeah, you could probably go buy 10 infrared cameras before you
Flare
could,
cameras,
yeah, before you could buy something like that, because that would be like probably a
'Cause that's
few
like university
million.
stuff.
Yeah, that'd be millions. But yeah, I want to know when that happens though, because I want to see the results on that, because that would just be it'd blow everything away. It would just be the answer to the it would be the holy grail as far as people believing in the paranormal, not evidence for the paranormal, but people believing in the paranormal and us knowing for sure what is, what's next. So it would be a look into that second parallel. So that would be pretty awesome. I also heard that they're making some advances in time travel too. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
the
there's a bunch of different leading theories
yeah,
out there now, but they just discovered a new material.
yeah.
Or,
So I'm looking forward to the outcome on that as well.
uh,
Time travel has always been a fascination of mine. Um,
John said the same question about can a human spirit affect or invade your dreams, but a non-human spirit. And he said right after that, the spiritual wake.
Basically, what he's asking is if a demonic can affect your dreams, because they do have more power. And again, the answer is no. Um, I would assume, and this is not through any type of experience or research, but I would assume that a human entity um, would have more control over most of our dreams than a demonic would, because a demonic uh, isn't limited to a lot of stuff, especially energy consumption, um, that we're limited to, but they are limited to what they can affect us on, as opposed to a human spirit. Um, Remember, we have free will, um, and if you were open enough to that, then yeah, but you would have to be open to it. Um, Now, can they affect our dreams as far as what a human entity could? Absolutely, they can. They can affect us. A demonic can affect us in the same ways, or even sometimes worse than a human, because their abilities and what they can and can't do. They're not energy starved like a lot of humans are. I was talking to somebody today about the uh, the effects of. They said that something would happen in their house And then immediately after that would happen, it would get cold. And people always say, well, that's because of the spirit, presence of a spirit. And I always say, no, that is not because of the presence of a spirit. It kind of is, but it's not directly in cause or in a cause and effect of that entity being there. It's atmospheric energy displacement, or AED, atmospheric energy displacement. What happens is remember, the one thing that an entity needs more than anything else is the same thing that we need more than anything else: energy, right? People said, no, we need food and air more than that. No, we need energy to get food and air. If we don't have energy, we don't get food and air. All right, so we need energy before we need anything else. An entity is the exact same way. It needs that energy. So when it does something big, like appears itself in full body form, or um, move something, or something that's going to take a lot of energy, then it is common for it to get extremely cold because of the AED. And what that is they're either using that energy to do what they just did, or they've used their energy to do what they just did, and now they're using that atmospheric energy for themselves, if that makes sense. And so what happens when we displace energy away from something? The exact opposite of the placing energy into something. When we give energy to something, we create heat. When we take it away, we create cold, right? So displacement of energy is going to be either hot or cold. And in this case, now it's being taken away because it's consuming it. It's going to get cold. So that a cause and effect of that would not be because the entity is there, but it would be on that. And the non-human energy or entity um, would affect us the same way, but no, it still cannot kinetically control our dreams unless we're open to it and willing for it.
John said, well, there's two people. John said current equipment can detect an entity's spiritual wake. And Morgan said, y'all really need to come to my house. We got several here. I've seen a man in my laundry room, kitchen, and bedroom. He's always dressed like a mill worker.
Where are you at now, Morgan?
Michelle has seen a woman in the house wearing a white nightgown, and there's a child of undetermined age.
Oh, wow. Okay, Beth's all over it. She says, contact me, Morgan, and I'll get it set up. Yeah, Beth would be the one to talk to. Beth, fill up your email one more time, please, ma'am. Morgan, get in contact with Beth, and she'll get all your information and everything. And then I know you guys recently moved. I remember that. So, yeah, get up with Beth. She's going to throw her email up there. Or if you have her on Facebook, you can contact her through Messenger or whatever. But yeah, get up with her. Email would be best. So if you would throw I know you already did, but do it one more time for me, Beth. Throw your email up. And then just get up with her, Morgan, and she'll get that set for you. Then there's this solid black mass that three of us saw at the same time, and the misty shadow. What's it say after shadow, Corey?
Then there's the solid black mass that three of us saw at the same time, and the misty shadow Michelle saw in the boys' room by the window.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there's her email, Morgan. Yeah, that's very interesting. I would like to see what we could do about that. See if we could get out there for you. In the old cotton mill village.
Near Texaco.
Yeah, for some reason this arrow keeps popping up and covering up but I can't see it that good either. Near Texaco. But still in Fayette? Are you still in Fayette?
Is that Louisiana?
No, there's a Fayette, Alabama too. It's northwest. There is a Fayette, Louisiana, yeah. All right, cool. Thank you, Morgan. Are you still in Fayette? Thank you, Beth, for putting up that.
We don't feel threatened. It's a very calm energy around here.
Oh, cool. Yeah, we would definitely be willing to work with you on that. Absolutely. Just get up with Beth. She just put her email is right posted just above your last comment. If you see it, just go ahead and get up with her, and she'll Send her some contact information and she'll get up with you. And to Fayetteville, Tennessee. Yeah, Fayetteville. Yeah. She's not in Fayetteville, she's in Fayette. Awesome. Awesome. All right. I want to talk about something that's a touchy subject for me. Um, I get a lot of backlash on this. I've actually lost friends over this,
Oh God.
quite a bit.
Don't talk about Joe Biden on stream.
Talking about what?
Joe Biden.
Oh, no, no, no. We don't do politics on here. I want to talk about psychic abilities, my opinion of psychic abilities, my experiences with psychic abilities. Um, and like I said, I get a lot of flack from this. There's an abandoned sanitarium in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Yeah, I know. I know. I've always wanted to go up there and investigate. Um, let's talk about the possibility of psychic abilities, of mediums, and the way what I want to do with this is tonight I want to start the conversation going, and then I want to get into talking about and helping actual mediums and sensitives um, into getting to a place to where they can deal with what they are doing. That's where I want this to go. I have several people that are going to be watching this series for that very reason, um, and so I want to. Then they're not truly your friends. Yeah, I guess, but I don't really want to say they're not truly my friends because I do have some friends that claim to be psychic, that I pretty much do not believe is psychic, and that's fine because that's just my opinion. But we're still friends. I do have some that just are not friends anymore, obviously. But here one recently just went off on me and just like went nuts, showed her true colors. But what I want this to be, I don't want this to be a bashing. I don't want this to be a firing squad, if you will, to the general study of psychic. What I want this to be is I want to introduce this by talking about the experiences and the dealings so that I can understand or so that I can explain to you what my thoughts are on the subject. Um, but I want that to manifest into helping the true psychics, so the true, not necessarily psychics, but mediums and sensitives and stuff like that. Um, I will go on record, as I have before, and say that 99.999999999, your video is not stuck, 99% of people that say they're psychic are crap. They're just not psychic. Um, because those are the ones that are going to charge you money or come up front and say, this will never cost you a dime, I'll help you out. But then later on say, to appease the spirits, we need to add a little monetary to this as a sacrifice, not to help me buy my new car or put my pool in, but to uh, bring light to the spirits and to give it as a sacrifice, if you will. So it always ends up in money. I promise you it does. Um, that's why I hate bringing money into the paranormal. We don't accept money in fee form, donation form, um, gratuity form, anything. We don't accept it in the paranormal. When we're doing investigations or anything that we do, we don't accept any type of payment for that. Now, have we ever accepted money in our field? Yes, we absolutely have. We do a class that we charge $25 a head for. Does that money help us in any way financially? Absolutely not. It doesn't even pay for the class. It doesn't pay. If I showed you the records on that, and I gladly will, anytime we have a class, if you want to see the income and outcome on that, I will gladly show it to you. But anytime we do that, it always winds up costing me money, because we don't charge enough to pay it off. Um, we have done events, um, history tours and stuff like that before, where we never, ever, ever charged. We did one for what, 10 years?
A long time.
Yeah, 10 years that we never charged a dime for. But then after that, we did another one that we did charge because we needed some equipment to help with that event. And then after that, we never charged again. Um, and that's just the way it is. So, yeah, truly your friends. Yep. So what we want to do is what I want to do is with this series is I want to take it into a place to where we weed out the negative and introduce the positive. And then I want it to end into helping people that do have this ability, that want to take it somewhere and truly want to gain control over what they do. Um, because they can be in a spot, in a place, uh, mentally and physically, that is devastating to them, that they can't get out of. And so that's what we want to do, is we want to delve into that and say, hey, this is what you can do to combat that. This is what you can do to alleviate, if not eliminate, a lot of the pain and the mental anguish that you go through because of the suppression of whatever it is. So that's where I want to take this. Tonight, I want to do the introduction to it and talk about the experiences and the uh, negativity side of it. So, but also I want you to know that I'm not taking shots at anyone. I'm not pointing fingers at anyone. Um, I mean nothing in general. I may speak of a few people generally and by name, but those will be people that it is public knowledge that I've had debates with or disagreements with, and that they have proven themselves to be false. Um, and then, so I have no problem with that. Um, there's a condition, a medical condition, that probably is used more times in the um, falsehood than any other condition in the medical field, and it's called um, seizures or body tremors or what else have they been called? Muscle jerks, fits. Uh, it's probably the most faked uh, medical condition out there because it's really easy to fake to a layman, but to a trained medical personnel, it's not easy to fake because they have signs to look for, to look, listen, and feel for, and that happens every single time. Um, People like to fake seizures because it gets them out of going to jail, it gets them out of going to school, it gets them out of going to work, it gets them out of being in a situation that they don't want to be in. It gets them, I mean, just all kinds of reasons why people fake seizures. And so all they got to do is just lay there and jerk around and have a fit. That's it. And people will call an ambulance or call the doctor and get them over there and they'll put them in the hospital and all this stuff. And this is what's in their mind, but it usually doesn't happen that way because it usually stops at the ambulance level because the people in the ambulance can tell that this person is faking because certain things have not happened and certain things have happened that would not happen. And there are certain conditions and I'm sorry, squirrel again. I got distracted because there was a key here with a knife in it, and it just thought it was cool. But but it really does. Look, it has a knife in it. Y'all don't believe
We're
me.
not allowed to have
Look,
knives at work.
there's a key.
We can have keys at work.
You can have keys at work, but you can't have knives. So she has a key knife at work. I'm not gonna say where she works. 'Cause I don't want to get her in trouble. But she can't have knives at work. But if she needs a knife to do her job, she needs one. But she can't have it because it's against the policy. But this is a key, so she has a knife and the key. All right, that's why I was getting distracted. I'm sorry. See, it's a key now. But anyway, put that over there so Johnny won't mess with it no more. So, um, Now, it's easy to just flop out on the ground and start flopping around and, hey, I'm having a seizure, blah, 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 whatever. And then the ambulance comes and they check you out. One of the very first things, I was a medic for many, many, many years. One of the very first things you're going to look for when it comes to a seizure, I don't know if anybody knows this. Do you know what the first thing a medic would look for? I don't know if we have any medical people on here.
Their eyes?
Uh-uh. I hate this little arrow that keeps popping up. Corey, will you read everything below? Then they're truly not your friends.
I would say CAPI is actually looking for a medium, and then John.
Oh yeah, I need to mention that.
John said we were chased by a client trying to pay us, and then he said move all the toys away from Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, and he said one of the things you look for is muscle spasms.
Yeah, muscle spasms, but that's an easy thing to fake, though. What's the one thing that a medic or a doctor or a nurse is going to look for in a seizure patient actively having a seizure or right after a seizure, other than unconsciousness, because they're going to be very lethargic if it's real? But what's the first thing they're going to look at whenever they come upon that patient? Does anybody know? Where's the first part of their body they're going to look at? All those are real good. And while you guys are thinking, I'll go back and answer some of these now that arrow is gone and I can halfway see it. CAPI is actually looking for a medium. We are looking for a true medium. A true medium. They got to go through a huge interview and a huge testing process to make it. And that's just because we have a lot of clients here lately asking for a medium. All right, so yeah, we are looking for that, but it has to be real. We were chased by a client. What was that? Pay us. Damn arrow's back. I got to move them up. Yeah, John and I were chased around an apartment one time by, see that freaking arrow? It goes right where the last one is. Watch. Sweet, well, then it goes away. It keeps going and coming, going and coming. It's telling me that there's more comments down there.
You should be able to click it and it'll go away.
It won't. I tried that. Watch. Well, I mean, it went away because it went away that time. Okay, well, I guess because I wasn't hitting it right.
What?
Yeah.
I said I should get a code on these.
Yeah, we were chased around. Oh, she loves those. I buy those by the dozen. Yeah, she loves them.
15 cents.
Yeah.
He bought 24.
She loves them.
Yeah.
Yeah, John and I we were chased around an apartment by a lady. She kept stuffing money in our pockets and stuff, and we had to keep taking it out. But yeah, we were chased around an apartment building or not the building, but her apartment, trying to pay us. Move all the toys away from Johnny. Yeah. Muscle spasm, that's a good one, but not the right one. Pupil response, that's another good one, but not the right one. What is the first part of the body a medical professional is going to look at to determine if it is a real seizure or what kind of seizure it was? Because there's many different kinds of seizures. What is the first part of that body that medical personnel is going to look at?
Aren't we looking at their mouth?
Yeah, but that wouldn't be the first one. Okay, no one's going to get it, so I'll go ahead and say it.
Pants.
We're at in the pants. Yep. Why?
I don't know.
Okay, he was guessing and he got it right. Yes, the crotch area, whether it's a male or female, the first place you're going to look at the brain, EKG. No, before we even put an EKG on them, we wouldn't put an EKG on an active. We're going to do a little medical thing on the Paranormal channel tonight, but this does tie into what I'm talking about. But there, the EKG on an active seizure would not work because it would just be squiggly lines like crazy. You wouldn't get no true readings. You wouldn't be able to see the PQRS movement. You wouldn't see the QRS segment or the P wave or the T wave. You wouldn't be able to see any of that because of all the shaking and everything going on. It would be affected. So no, we wouldn't do an EKG first. The brain, no, because you can't look at the brain on a patient laying on the floor. So no, that's.
So you look at their.
Yeah, you look at their crotch. Why would we look at their crotch area? Because the one thing we're looking for is urine. If you're truly having a seizure, 9 times out of 10, you're going to piss yourself, okay? For the lack of a better term. You're going to pee-pee, okay? It's all going to come out. Sometimes you would even defecate, all right? For anyone that doesn't know what that is, then that means that the other stuff, the number 2, is going to come out the other end. the other side of the body. So yeah, like Corey just said, you're going to poo poo. So, but 9 times out of 10, you're going to urinate, whether you're a male or a female. So we're going to look for wetness on their crotch area. All right. So that would be one of the first things that we look for on arriving on a scene of either an active or just finished Caesar patient. And we're going to look for y'all. John did the shit emoji. Oh, I can't say that word on here, can I? I'm sorry. The poop emoji.
I'm putting him in timeout.
You put me in timeout?
User in timeout, John.
Oh, you should do it.
After the poop emoji thing.
You're getting put in timeout, John. He's never been put in timeout. He's put people in timeout, but he's never actually been put there.
He is now.
Corey's going to get you, man.
He's in timeout right now.
Holy crap, he did it. He just put John in timeout. What does that mean? He can't text? He can't message? But he can still see it? Okay. You're in timeout. That has never happened to John. I couldn't tell you how many of the thousands of people he has done that to. And because he did the poop emoji, Corey did that, John, not me. That was all Corey. So your revenge needs to be displaced on him, not me. All right? But you're in trouble, dude. John's a big teddy bear, but he's not the guy you want to piss off. He goes to Comic-Cons, man. You're in trouble. All right, but seriously, that's going to be the first thing we look for is urination, all right, and defecation, because they have no control over their bodies, all right. Another thing, someone said mouth. Who said mouth on here?
Oh, I said mouth in person.
I did too.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, she was the first one to say mouth. Yeah, she said mouth. Ashley said mouth. That's going to be the next place we're looking for. What are we looking for in the mouth?
Why do you say the mouth?
Foam. And they clench.
Yeah, but what are you physically looking for?
Don't they foam at the mouth?
No.
Sometimes?
No, that's
Rabies.
yeah, that's rabies. No, it is. People used to say they foam at the mouth when you have a seizure, but no, it's just sputum. But what are we actually looking for?
I thought they clenched their jaws or something.
They do, but what will we physically be looking for in the mouth? Blood. All right, just like the pee-pee coming out of the pee-pee, blood would be coming out of the mouth 9 times out of the 10. The reason is because they clench their jaw and they'll either break a tooth, bite their jaw or lip, or their tongue, or sometimes they'll just push down so much on their teeth that their gums will secrete blood because they're being forced. All right, so that's another thing we're going to look at is mouth. We're looking for crotch area for urination and defecation. We're looking for blood in the mouth or around the mouth. We're looking for position of eyes, pupils, and balls. Not their balls, their eyeballs. All right, also, and we're looking for injuries to the head, neck, and back. Because it can be very violent sometimes. Sometimes a seizure is nothing more than just staring out. Now, why are we talking about all this medical hoopla on a paranormal channel? The reason is because, like I said, the #1 faked medical thing when people want a crazy check or they want a disability check or they don't want to go to school, work, jail, court, whatever, is seizures. The #1 faked thing in the paranormal is my equation or equalization to the seizure, psychic abilities. All right, that's the #1 fake thing in the paranormal is psychic abilities. A lot of people say the #1 thing faked in the paranormal is ghost, but it's not.
Yeah.
Y'all would be very
I
surprised.
actually said the paranormal.
The #1 thing faked in the paranormal is the paranormal. Well, that's absolutely. Just Pikachu?
Yeah.
I cannot believe I got that right. I never seen Pikachu with the red thing on the head though. What
It's
is
like
that?
the new evolution of it.
Oh, okay. It's Pikachu, guys. This is the new evolution of Pikachu. I love this.
It actually broke off, actually fixed it.
Corey's laughing at the fact that I said this is the new evolution of Pikachu because he's not laughing because I got it wrong, but laughing because that came out of my mouth. That is kind of cool though. I like that. I like the new Pikachu. The new evolution of Pikachu. That's too cool. But see, that's why I have squirrel moments. It's not just my fault, it's him too. He's very distracting.
I was about to say you birthed me. But...
You birthed me. I didn't birth you. I watched it, but I didn't do it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But The number one fake thing in the paranormal is the paranormal. Ashley was right again. But the number one fake thing in the paranormal is actually psychic abilities. And unfortunately, that is part of the paranormal. Um, just like ESP and telekinesis and all that stuff is part of what the paranormal is. But it is the number one fake thing in the paranormal. It's not ghost. A lot of people do not fake ghosts, believe it or not. And that is, you do have a lot of people in the paranormal that go in there. You have those everything's a ghost guys, the ones that say it's a ghost. Corey bumps his, and I'm not using this as an example because it popped in my head. I'm using this example because it's freaking happened. Okay, Corey kick a table and someone say, "Oh, that's a ghost." Did you hear that? She's right here. So, and that does happen. Would you take him out of timeout, please? It keeps popping up here.
I can't. He's in timeout for 300 seconds. I have no power.
Oh, you have no,
once
you
it
can't.
happens.
Oh my God, you are so dead.
So that's for
I
5
think
minutes.
he's actually messaging, and that's why it keeps popping up.
I can't do anything.
Because it's saying he's keep coming back saying that he's in timeout.
It would show
Okay,
me message.
Michelle, it's just you now. Got you. But I know why she went to bed. But anyway, the it being the most fake is because it's the easiest fake. That's why seizures are the most faked in the medical field, is because it's the easiest to fake. All right, and it's also the easiest to gain from. All right, in the paranormal, there's nothing more in the paranormal. There's nothing more you can gain from more than uh, being a psychic, because you can charge people and they pay out the yin yang for that ability. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that do still believe in that. The whole flim flam industry of psychic abilities. So it is the easiest fake. Now, the reason why I use that Caesar as an example is because there's also things that we want to look, listen, and feel for in the paranormal that would tell us that they're not real. They're not an actual psychic, or they're not an actual whatever their ability is, their psychic ability is, whatever the level of it is, or the section it is. What are some of the things we're going to look for in a psychic? What is probably the first thing I'm going to look for in determining the validity of a psychic? Yeah, I promise you I'll talk better once I get my teeth. Once everything's done and the plants are in and bolts are done and all that stuff, hopefully I'll do better when I get my permanent or my temporaries. But
you're the only one noticing it.
I hope so. God, it just bugs me so much. Corey says I'm the only one noticing it. If y'all notice it, tell me. I want to know. Do y'all know that I'm having this issue?
No,
tell me this.
Just you.
I did
Just
until
me.
you mentioned it.
Yeah, see,
It's,
it's probably just me. It really is.
And
I
one of those
believe.
people that
I believe Corey. It's just me.
You just need somebody to tell you whenever you get self-conscious like that.
I know it just bugs me because I'm only 51 years old and I'm doing this. But anyway, squirrel. What are some of the things we're going to look for in the claims of psychic ability? What is probably one of the first things I'm going to look for the people that know me? Don't self-claim psychics get certified or something. Don't self-claim psychics get certified or something. Yeah, Muffin, they do, but it's not, because the paranormal is still thought of as a pseudoscience. It's like getting certified as a paranormalist, or in a lot of cases still. Now, there is a lot more respect for the parapsychology field now than there was 20 years ago, but there's still a lot of scientific beliefs and standings that say that the paranormal and parapsychology is a pseudoscience as well. It is more accepted now, and it's being not only taught but accepted as a science more now than it did, say, 20 years ago. But there's still some that says a degree in any paranormal field would be just, something to hang on your wall, basically, or to sell more books. So but yeah, there is a certification for that, but it's kind of like the certification of, you know what, I'm just going to say it. It's going to piss some people off. I think a couple people that's on here right now is going to piss them off, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. It's ignorance certifying ignorance. Okay. Target right here. Go ahead, take your shots. It's people that believe in anything certifying people that will fake anything. I hope that answers that question. I hope you're getting what I'm saying. You are smart. No, I'm not, Lynette. I just know how to dazzle you with bullshit. Pokemon and Sword Shield.
She's talking about that's what Pikachu's from.
Huh?
You're talking about that's what that Pikachu's from.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you're right. That's where it's from. But the one thing I'm going to see, now no one has answered this. So the first thing I'm going to look for in determining the validity of a self-proclaimed psychic is monetary. That's the first thing I'm going to look at. 9 times now, do not take this statement as that I believe that all psychics that charge money are fake, because I do not believe that. All right, I do not believe that. I know of 2 psychics that do charge money for their services that I do believe. I'm not going to say I believe they're psychic, but I'm going to say that I do believe that they do have some ability. Let me put it that way. And the reason I'm not going to just jump out and say that I believe they're psychic is because I have witnessed them do something and predict something that did convince me, but I haven't put them through my test. So I'm going to put it that way. I'm not going to stand behind them completely. That Pikachu is from Sword and Shield, Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it's a fun game to play. Cool, Lynette. But I'm not 100% on their. Y'all see what I'm saying? I hope you do. But because some people have to use that. I mean, why not use your gift for good, but also get compensated for it if need be? Because that's what they do. That's what they do for a living. But as far as the field itself and them helping people and stuff like that, then they're not going to charge any type of money for that. All right, it's not going to happen. So that's the first thing I'm going to look for is monetary gain, where they're at on that. The second thing I'm going to look for is claimed ability versus proven ability. And then there's a lot of little things as far as mediums go that I look at that so far very few have proven to me. I'm not going to go into everything I look for there because it's not common knowledge. I don't want to give away, if you will, my process as far as validating that claim, because the same reason that Storm and Norman didn't want to give away. Y'all remember the whole when Desert Shields first started out, and all the reporters are up at Schwartz, or what was his name? Norman Schwarzkopf. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Was given he was the general that was over the invasion, and the Desert Shield and the Desert Storm. He was given all these press interviews and everything. And the press kept saying, "Well, where are you coming at as far as from here to here? Or where are you coming at from far as here to here? And where's A going to end up? And where does B start? And all this." And he's like, "Y'all know what? American citizens aren't the only people that watch your news channels. The enemy also watches your news channels. I'm not going to put American soldiers' lives in danger because you feel like you are entitled to an answer. I'm not going to do it." Because he kept saying, "I can't tell you that." And they're like, "What can you tell us? Why can't you tell us anything?" And he's like, "I'm not going to put my soldiers' lives in danger to appease your want needs." So I'm not saying that I don't want to go deep into the process of that because I don't care about your wants and needs. It's because they watch this too, and then that would give them insight and some of the things they can't, even if they knew that I was doing it, they wouldn't be able to do it unless they were real. But I don't want to go too far into what is the process is. So that's the only reason I'm saying this, because I want to explain that. And I know someone's going to ask the question, well, what would you ask, or what do you do? So I'm going to look for monetary gain. I'm going to look for claimed as versus validated abilities. and then I'm going to look at, then there's going to be a questionnaire and a test. Not a test where they're going to sit down and completely shade in A, B, C, or D with a number 2 pencil, but an actual investigation or an actual session. Now, I will tell you guys this as far as, the only reason I want to tell you this story is because I want you to see where I'm coming from when I say the ability is real, that they do have, there are those type of abilities out there. I was in a profession that I pretty much felt that I would always be in. I, from the very first day that I worked at this profession to the last day I worked in this profession, I really thought that that's all I would ever do. I loved it more than anything in the world. I always wanted to be a cop from the time I was a little kid all the way up. I always wanted to be a cop, I dipped into that too. But the one thing that brought me more joy and more satisfaction and love and passion, other than the paranormal, was paramedicine. I loved it. I wanted to be all about it. I thrived in it. It was just a wonderful field. I loved the fact that I could help people, but I also was a trauma junkie. So when people got hurt, I wanted to be there. But I always thought I would do that. I went to well, I'll tell you, I went to Sloss Furnace for their big Halloween thing that they do every year, the big haunted house thing they do. And they had a psychic there. And I sat down with this psychic and she told me things that about my past that had happened that I was like, there's no way she would know this. And she didn't ask me for answers or ask me for, she didn't fish with me. She just flat out told me. And then she told me, she said, I feel like you're in a profession where you help people medically, and you're very soon, from not long from now, you're going to leave that profession. And I said, okay, that's where you did it. You're done. Not doing that. Sorry. Yeah, now I know you're not real. Thank you for clarifying. You had me scared there for a minute. You got some good guesses in there, but now I know you're BS. So I just walked away. Guys, less than 3 months later, I was out of that profession for good. Never went back to it ever. And sometimes the want, need, and desire goes to wanting to be back in there, but then reality hits back and I say, no, I'll never do it again, because of different things that happen and people that were lost and stuff like that. But it floored me that not only did she get a lot of stuff right, but she got stuff right that I said, there's no way possible that can happen. And then she said some stuff about my life, as far as, who I was with and stuff like that, that completely floored me too. So kind of freaky, but yeah, it is real. It does exist, but we're going to want to, that's what I wanted to do tonight, was kind of delve into that and talk about where that goes, as far as, I know this is going to sound weird, but will you do me a huge favor and text my wife and tell her it's in the clothes basket next to the bed on the floor?
Sure.
Thanks. She just texted me and I can't get to her. But she said, tell her it's either in or behind the clothes basket on the floor to the left. The experiences that I've had, I wanted to go into a little bit. I wanted to go into how to look, listen, and feel for a psychic, and I want to know their abilities, not only their abilities as far as claimed abilities, but validated abilities too. That's what I want to go into next, is claimed versus a validated. How we can and can't do that. How we can validate those as opposed to claims. And this is something I want to leave you guys with tonight. Can a psychic, whether they're true or not, can they not know their own ability? Is it possible for a psychic to give false hoods on what they can and can't do, but not know what they can do?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Co-founder just said, yeah. Yes, that is absolutely possible. that's what I want to leave you with tonight. I want to leave you with that little thought in your head, that little nugget to chew on until next week. I promise you I'll be on next week unless hell or high waters, whatever happens between now and then. Y'all, I wasn't going to do this, but I've already had the dream 3 times now, and it's just freaking me out. I've already told the team about it because I wanted them and I told them right after it happened. But look, I've had this dream 3 times and now not 3 times in a row, but 3 times now. It's a freaky freaking dream. Have I even told you about the old guy in the white? Have I? No? Yes? No?
Why is Dakota so weird?
Have no idea. Don't want to have any idea where that comes from whatsoever.
No, you're gonna tell me about this dream.
All right, I have this dream. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys. I have this dream, and there's something I want you guys to do between now and next week. I'll tell you right after. But I've had this dream that I'm in a room, and 2 times the room has been like an office setting, but the last time the room was just dark. It was just blackness, except for me, a desk, and 2 chairs. Me in one chair. I'm always behind the desk. I'm always the person at the desk, and then there's someone visiting me on the other side of the desk, and it's always this old guy with you ticket spur. It's always me and this really old guy dressed in white, like a white robe type thing, and he's all white, and like his hair and his skin and everything is just like really pale. And I mean, it's like his hair all over is like this. I got little patches and shades of white, but it has some more brown and blonde too. But it's all like he's all just white, like this white. And he keeps telling me, let's not do Cinco de Mayo this year. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. All right, he just keeps telling me that. I'm not a psychic. I do not claim to be a psychic. I'm not telling you this because we're talking about psychics in this series. I'm telling you this because I want everybody to be careful on May 5th. Please be careful on May 5th. I don't know why. If you don't have to go anywhere on May 5th, stay at home. Don't go anywhere. But whether you go to somewhere or you have to go to work or whatever, keep your head on a swivel, as John always says, and just take care of yourselves on May 5th. I don't know why this dream keeps happening. I'm not psychic. I've never had a dream that predicted the future ever. But for some reason, this dream is so vivid and so it frightens me so much in the dream and after the dream. I wake up frightened. But it's 3 times now that I've had it, and that date is coming really soon. And he's very adamant about us just completely skipping Cinco de Mayo. So y'all know that Cinco de Mayo means May 5th. So I'm just saying, please be careful on May 5th. Just don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything rash. Don't make any stupid decisions or rash decisions or anything like that on May 5th. I don't know what, he always says the exact same thing to me. He says, hey, this year let's skip Cinco de Mayo. It's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. So y'all be careful on May 5th. Please just be careful. It's in 4 days. Just be careful. I don't know why. So, other than that, I don't think I have anything else. Oh, this is what I want you guys to do between now and next week. If you can, do some studies on psychic abilities. Talk about psychic abilities, not people that are psychic or psychic predictions or anything like that or any of that. Do psychic abilities and the different forms of psychic abilities. All right, do if y'all would just kind of research on that, look into that. Don't spend a whole bunch of time on it because that's my job. But just kind of school yourself on the abilities of a true psychic. All right, or not a non-true psychic, just the psychic world. Just kind of and kind of get to know yourself with the different levels and different types. All right. I appreciate you guys being with us tonight. I'm sorry to keep you so late tonight. I know it was just 2 things I wanted to go into tonight, and I knew that this introduction into psychics was going to be kind of a long, and then it always goes a little longer whenever I'm at the producer's house, the co-founder's house, because we just have so much fun doing it. And I think you guys, I don't know if you know this yet or not, Corey, but we did a little thing on there. Do you know that the shows that are most watched are ones with you in it? They really are. The ones that are most watched are the ones with you in the show. When I do the show
it's
with
probably
you.
just the back and forth aspect of it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but it is. That's the most watched ones. Now, of course, not the most watched show was the.
Yeah.
That's still the most watched show. I think it's over
Catch.
2,000. I think it's
Tell
over.
John I said I'm sorry and that's his now.
Huh?
Tell John I said I'm sorry and that's his now.
Corey said he's sorry. You're giving this now?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Corey said he's sorry and he's giving you this. What is it? Does he know?
It's a 20-sided die, but it's a plushie.
But does he know what it is for? I bet he does.
I'm-
What is this for, John? If you can tell me what this for is, Corey said you can have it. He said he's sorry for suspending you for 300 seconds.
Mhm.
Is he back yet?
Yeah, he's back.
He said he's sorry for messing with you and suspending you, and to say he's sorry, he's going to give you this. But you have to tell me what it's for. It's a 20-sided dice, but what is it for?
It's not for anything.
Oh, it's not. It's not a certain game or.
No, you just use 20-sided dice in like D&D and stuff, and so that's a
Oh.
novelty.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, you can use this the next time you're playing D&D. Throw this out, like keep it under the table, and when it's your time, do you roll in that game?
Yeah.
The next time it's your turn to roll this out, just to freak everybody out. So, did John say anything?
He said, somebody said, John, if you haven't already, go to YouTube and look up the man that appears in everyone's dreams. It's a little weird. And he said, I'm in timeout. I'll look it up when this is over. But he was out of timeout because and then said, somebody said, roll a 1 equals bad outcome. Yeah, so when you roll a 1, that's bad. Roll a 20, that's amazing. And then in all caps, he said it's a D20 for D&D. John.
It's a D20 for D20. Yeah, I see that. What is this? I consider. Well, I found it. I consider most psychics as a fun novelty. It's fun to go get readings from things like tarot cards. It is fun. That's why I've done it before. It is. It's entertainment. But John, Corey says he's sorry. He's gifting you this. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys kind of school yourself a little bit on psychics, the psychic abilities. Don't worry about claimed and unclaimed or proven or validated or anything like that. Just psychic abilities and the different levels and the different types. All right, if you'll do that for me between now and next week, because I want you guys to be schooled so you can ask questions. Because I really want you to throw them at me on this, because I really want us to really kind of dwell deep into this. I think this series is going to go a little longer than most of them. I heard him. Okay, well, excuse me. I'm sorry. He must be mad at me. Dang, I'm sorry, dude. Dang, I heard him. Shut up,
He
John.
said LOL and then put the poop emoji again.
He did the poop emoji again.
Again.
You're getting put on timeout again. But yeah, I'll take this tonight and I'll give it to you as soon as I see you, John. Which shouldn't be too long from now. Probably by the next weekend, by this coming weekend. I play D&D. I know all about psychic abilities. There's a whole class on psionics. Yeah, in D&D.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's cool. Well, cool. You can ask some really cool questions next week. All right. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm really looking forward to this series. I know it's going to go longer than most of them do, but I really want to get some stuff out, what we really want to talk about on this. Okay. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for making this an awesome show as always. I love you guys so much. I want you to do me a huge favor between now and next week. I don't care if it's someone you, family, friend, or someone you meet on the street. Make somebody smile, because that's what we need the most of right now. I love you guys. I'll see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Good night.